It is Monday. It's Monday, November 10th, coming to you from the shop where the clearance sale is still going on. Um, Interestingly enough, I talked about this yesterday. Not many people came yesterday specifically going out of their way to come for the sale, but a lot of people were excited about the sale. A lot of people who came today not that interested in the sale. They had specific things they were looking for, or they just wandered in and they found things they liked. Part of that makes me feel like the sales goal, the goal of the sale, to create more face out stuff, more uh, dedicated room to get people the books they want is a very possible. Hey, Mark, is very possibly successful, um, because because people are buying the stuff that is face out, that is on display, a little bit faster as we clear up room. We haven't sold, like, it's not like I said this a lot yesterday. It's not like last year. Last year, do you remember that, Mark, when we were doing 75 and 90? I was going over like giant sections of the store. We're not. It's not doing that. I actually looked at the numbers, and we've made less money this November than we did last November in the same amount of days. But in those days last November, we made, let's say, I'm making up a number. We made $7,000, but it was $7,000 of $10,000 worth of books. This year, let's say we made 6,000 or whatever, but it's 8,000 of books. So it's actually less of a loss for me. But last year, hey, Joe and Mark. Last year we were making the space for the rearrange. This year I'm just trying to consolidate better space. So we've definitely made some success. Like, look, there's this big gap here in the superhero stuff. I added to the superhero clearance part the Dan Slott She-Hulk. Anyone looking now wants to check out all the stuff on sale. This is all basically the same as last Monday. All this stuff in the sale. The more you buy, the cheaper it becomes. Though I've really reached a point where I'm just giving like 15 or 20% off most of these books to everybody. And then I added a bunch over here. These were not in the sale previously, so this has all been added. But if you go around, you see more room. Like right here, I had Octopus Pie volumes, and a few different people have bought them. Um, that's created room. There's been a little bit more room here, if you see. This is leaning a bit. The manga definitely freed up some room. All this manga is part of the sale, but I also added all of this morning before we opened, because we're moving things. And if I was saying this to Emily, if the sale's over and I want this space, I might put a lot of this stuff into just into the half price stuff. I was going through the used books. I was going through the used books earlier today, and I realized how many books there are left over from last year, or 2 years ago. Me putting books that no one bought at half price. So this is all the same. There's a little bit less there. We've sold a few books from here, but generally, if you watched last Monday or you go back and look at last Monday, you should be able to see just about the same books. But I will give a little bit of a zoom in. We did move a few of the discounted books over here, so I've added more. Not tons, but a few. A few got moved, and then over here, we actually probably moved the most books from the kids section, the random kids books. And what's really nice about this is looking at this now, trying to do the math on if I have room to rearrange everything. I probably, if I absolutely needed to, could consolidate this stuff, all this kid stuff, into one bookshelf. I'd like to hope that more books are going to go in the sale. All of this is discounted. So if you're buying books for children, ages like 15 and younger, we have so much great stuff here. And there's lots of sections. Like someone bought all of Kaiju Max out of the series. A few of the anthologies, not heavy, but a few of the anthologies in the sale have gotten picked up. Loads of series. If you look here, you can see we have Paper Girls sold like crazy. Some sagas moved. like I said, Kaiju Max, that was kind of a mess over here. And same thing, I'm really tempted to just move a lot of this stuff into the 50% off in December. And then, in December, even the used stuff gets discounted. So I'm going to lose money on it, but, there's too much. Same here. Look at the Crime. All this Crime is part of the sale. And there's definitely been a little bit of movement on it. We moved a bunch of the Stray Bullets volumes, but the horror did not move that much. I moved a couple of horror volumes, but not a significant number. Hopefully someone bought Night Eaters #1. I think 2 people bought Night Eaters #1. I'm out of it now. So, oh wait. Yeah, I'm out of it. So hopefully some more people those people come back and buy 2 and 3. But like The Walking Dead, Omnibuy, they might just go in our used section. You can see a little bit here, a little bit of space made in this section. But again, like in my dreams, graphic novels A to Z takes up, 3 or 4 shelves, and then I can use the rest of the space for other things. Anthologies would be perfect. Anthologies is about 2 shelves worth of stuff. And we can have more display room, make things a little bit nicer. So please look through the video. If I'm not close enough, you can always message me and say, oh, we added Keeping 2 over here. And I added, where is it? Something in this row. But yeah, I can always send you a picture of specific sections if you wanted to see more. We've got all of our biography. That has barely made a dent. I don't really mind that. I kind of think that biography is such a strong section in comics. It's nice to see such a humongous selection because, frankly, most people think of biography in comics, they think of about 20 books that exist. Meanwhile, there's tons of amazing biography comic books coming out every year. So I'd like the section to be a little bit nicer, but it doesn't have to be absolutely, cleared out. The European stuff, a few volumes there. I don't know if there's so many volumes since last Monday because a lot of the volumes that moved in this section moved on Sunday last week. But I do think we've got enough room here that I can consolidate, maybe again make it a couple less shelves or more stuff face out. I haven't really decided yet. There's a big part of me that's debating with myself if we should just do a clearance shelf for December. That like post the sale, I'll take a whole bunch of these shelves and move them to one spot and make them this is all 75% off. Buy gifts from there. I don't know. We'll have to see how the clearance. I really think the big thing is I have to wait until the clearance is over to make certain decisions about what we're doing with these books. If you see the adult section is getting a little leany, just again, 1 or 2 or 3 books makes a big difference. If people take 1 or 2 or 3 books, I added Bert Sway's Home to over here. A couple of other little books. If every day I sell 5 sale books, by the end of the sale, we're talking 20 days from now, that's 100 more books gone. So it depends which section they come out of, where there's room, but I'm really tempted, even with that, to... Neba, no, the Cerebuses are not discounted right now. We actually have a back order coming for 3 of the volumes we're missing. That should be arriving sometime before the end of the year. And then I think I will do, because I think we'll have everything then, not all remastered, whatever, but we'll have everything. I'm thinking of doing a Cerebus clearance sale where I offer any 5 Cerebus volumes that you might be missing from your series for a discounted rate. Similar things I want to do. I'm going to do Headlopper we're about to restock. I've got all the Avatar Last Airbender books. All of those I'm thinking of doing special set deals. But we're going to see how that goes. The superhero stuff, I'm really surprised how slowly the superhero stuff has been moving vis-a-vis the sale. Because like people keep looking and going, holy moly, these are great books. And then they look at them and they pick out like 2 books. It's buy 2, get 1 free. So if you're just looking at 2 books, I like I said, I've been giving people 15% off, but it's not the same. You really can get. All right, awesome. I hope you can make it in soon. All right, that's my battery telling me I'm going to die. As I often am very out of it. Tomorrow, we're going to look at new books. Okay, bear with me here. Tomorrow, we're going to look at new books. I've got about 15 or 16 new books. It's episode 1600 of the live stream. 1600 of the live stream. Right? It's mad. Joseph, it's mad. Joe's like, dude, I listened to the freaking podcast. That was mad. That was mad. All right. Anyone have any ideas of what we could do for a 1600 live stream? Leave a comment or message me on social media. Joe always has a nice run of things that he suggests, and we'll see what we can do about that. Hopefully I will get to show off the new books while I'm here. I'm trying to delay. It's barely after 5. I'm trying to delay putting the new books out. If you can see, I've got all that space, right? The new is ready to go. And I'm just like, don't put them up. People come in at 5:30. People come in at 5:45. Don't do it. So hopefully I keep to that. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to show off all those new books. Until then, remember, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.